So basically we saw the three different aspects here, or three different details, before we even started in chapter 6. Because what's going to happen in chapter 6 is very detailed of what's going to happen during the next 10 chapters. All right? So we're going to see chapter 6 as the outline of the following 10 chapters of what's going to happen. So here finally we get to see the world being cleansed, fumigated, and get it ready for the kingdom to come through, the kingdom of peace and love it was intended for in the beginning. Just like in the beginning when God gave Adam, He gave him a perfect earth. He gave him a perfect planet. He gave Adam the perfect world with the perfect everything in it. When Adam decided that he is going to try God and he wants to play God and he wants to be deceived, basically he wants to go along with the Satan and with Lucifer and go along with him and try to kind of get fooled by him, but more along of his ego got in the way, and he figured that, you know what, this guy's pretty clever, he probably knows something good, let me see what happens, and he went along with it. You see, as we said last chapter, Eve got deceived, but Adam wasn't deceived. Adam, per se, he deliberately, intentionally, or knowingly ate the apple. He knowingly did it. See, Eve was a woman. We know she was a woman, but Eve, as a woman, she had that weak side. And Lucifer, as we given the description of last week when we discussed, Lucifer is a very clever, very good-looking, very capable angel. He is very good at what he does. He's a perfect womanizer. He's a perfect player. He's the perfect guy that can make anybody do anything he wants. That's why he's been succeeding all these years in making many of us, veer away from God. Because that's his role, that's his plan. That's what he likes to do. So he made sure he went to Eve. He didn't go to Adam first, he went to Eve. Once he got Eve taken care of, he said, now it's a piece of cake. Now to convince Adam was nothing. And then he got Adam to be convinced. Adam got his ego. He figured, okay, I'm a man. I understand what this guy's talking about. I can be God. I should know. Why not? Why shouldn't I know the good from bad, the evil from good, and so on and so forth? And then he did. So that's what happened was, that's when the sin covered earth. That's what happened was, that's where the mankind fell. So God has to fumigate and bring back the cleanliness of earth the way he gave it to Adam. So in order for the new kingdom to start, it has to be clean and bug-free. Amen? All right. Let us start with Sister Catherine. Would you read for us, please? Chapter 6, verse 1.
Նայեցա և քառնուկը փասավ գրիչներեն մեկը և լսեցի 4 էագրերեն մեգուն ցայնը, որ օդումի պես որ գսեր եկուր ու դես.
Brother, could you please read verse 6, chapter 6, verse 1?
And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the 4 beasts saying, Come and see.
Come and see. We see here it says, come and see. Very important. First horseman, white horse, with a bow, no arrows. Are we following this? Correct? Did you read all the way to?
It was a lamb.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Verse 1, I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals.
Correct. Can you read verse 2 also? I apologize. I stopped halfway.
Եվ դեսա ահա ջերմակ սիմը գարվորում վրա հեծնողը ուներ աղեղմա. Բսակը դրվեցավ անոր ու թուս ելավ իբր հաղթողը որպեսի հաղթե.
Brother, could you read the verse 2, please? Sorry.
And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering, and to conquer.
And to conquer. Now, many theologians or many, say, Bible critics or studiers or whatnot, they a lot of times assume this white horse, because it's a white horse and the white horseman is Jesus. No. Let's get that out of the way. Because first of all, we're going to see later how Jesus is going to come. He's not going to come with a peaceful sign. This is not his first coming, his second coming. All right, so let's see. The first horseman is a white horse with a bow, very important, with no arrows. Crown of olive branches, not a real gold crown. Very important, real small, important details. It's like, you know, the Caesars, we see the movies, how the Caesars wear these little crowns made out of olive branches, and we see in Caesar's palace, all the statues, they have that. That's the type of crown this guy is wearing. He's not wearing a gold crown like a king would wear. There's a difference. Follow me with this, all right? Stay in touch. Now, the second thing is he has a bow in his hand, but there's no arrows. Why would a warrior have a bow with no arrows? Going to a war or whatever it is, or you're a conqueror or you're a warrior, you would have your bow, you would have your arrows. There's no arrows mentioned here, it's just a bow. Now, and so this is the Antichrist. It's the Antichrist. And his symbol is the bow. Who else's symbol is the bow? You say, Nimrod. Remember Nimrod? A few chapters back we discussed this. Nimrod's symbol is a bow. Symbol, founder of Babylon. Who's Nimrod? The founder of Babylon. So, and we see Babylon as always, but basically the throne of God's side. You know, God cannot stand Babylon because Babylon is what had Nimrod had created. See, we know this because from Babylon, which we remember, he was married to Semiramis, the husband of the wife of Nimrod, and they also had a son named Tammuz, the parents of Tammuz. We went through this a few chapters ago. Now, who we know the story from the old stories. Now, as Nimrod, the hunter against God, hunting souls. You see, Nimrod in the Bible or in the mythical world, he was a hunter. But the way the Bible describes him, he was a hunter of souls, not hunter of animals, hunter of souls. Now we're following what's going on here. Now we're seeing where this Antichrist, his seed is coming from. His Antichrist seed is coming from far back behind, from the beginning. From the beginning when Nimrod, you know, the builder of Babylon, Nimrod, who basically said that he wants to build the tower to go up to heaven and bring God himself. See, anytime there's this ideology, anytime there is this ego involved, that's where God draws the line. God cannot stand the attitude of egoness, you know, having ideology, idolatry. All of those words come from that. So this is the part that we're understanding. So now, his symbol was a bow. Nimrod's symbol was a bow, and now we're seeing this guy coming out of with a white horse, with a bow, with no arrows. So basically, strictly, he's representing that this is the Antichrist,